Hi. Hello. Welcome. So today is Tuesday. This is a bonus stream. Because tomorrow the new content for Ghostwire Tokyo releases. And I want to have the day open for that. So today we are finishing Montgomery Fox and the Case of the Diamond Necklace. In case you're wondering what I'm reading off the TV where my PlayStation is connected. So yeah, more of this. We might not get all the trophies. That's okay. I'll finish it on my own. But I am super curious if it's actually insurance fraud or if he has gambling debts. What's going on? Not Montgomery, that is. The Lord Raccoon who hired us. So we're about to find out. I'm just gonna mute for a tiny little moment. I'm gonna scooch over to right here, and then we'll start playing. So yeah, yeah. God, I haven't talked at all today, so my voice might be a little weird. But yeah, BRB. I'm just looking at the various versions of the feed to make sure everything looks okay. It doesn't look like Elgato has any volume right now, but I think it was like that yesterday too. I don't think the game actually has any sound for the startup screen. Like if I switch over to that, there's sound. So it's just that this... Oh, no. It was probably just like a power save thing. Speaking of that, I should power save this. My laptop. So in case you missed it yesterday, let me just tilt back in. In case you missed it yesterday, this is actually game 2 of a new series. They're hidden object games. I love hidden object games. And we are halfway through solving the case, the theft. And yeah. I'm not entirely sure who we suspect. We suspect basically everyone, to be honest. But let's go. And I don't think there's a better position for my camera to be in. Oh, that reminds me, I should grab my mouse so that I can hide. The advantage of having a wireless mouse is that I can actually use it all the way over here and turn my camera on and off in case I'm hiding something in the game. Okay, let's go. So we have a puzzle, and then we have a few instances of all the levels left. If I mathed it correctly, you need to play every level 3 times to finish the game. And we are roughly halfway through the second round. So let's go. Oh no. Was that one? Oh, that one. Okay. Oh, that's that one, right? No. I used to be a lot better at memory. That's not the same one. That's that one, right? No? Is that one? That's that one. That one. No, how? Rude. That's that one. There are a few trophies left. One of them is finishing a level in 90 minutes. But I don't think... 90 seconds, of course. I don't think these qualify for that trophy. No, wait, what's... Oh, ooh. That was completely accidental. Is that one? No. It's a wonder I made it that as far as I did in the game, since I'm a complete dumbass today. Oh, and yes, since it's a children's game, or children-ish, I will be watching my tongue a little. Not completely, though. I mean, it's still me. There's a limit to how censored I can get. Ooh, mushroom gardens. I don't remember any of these, but that's the looking glass. There's the hint. Drum, beetle, arrow, shears. Wait, shears are in here, aren't they? No. Huh. The gear is here. Magnet, I don't remember. Trumpet is here. Owl? Owl. Microphone is up here. Hook is right there. Shoe is in here. Footprints. Up here. Sandwich is in here. Oh, that's a magnet. Oh, never mind, magnet's not big. Flute was over here. Rose. Gold? I don't know. You expect me to know things? I've only played this level once before. Perfume's over here though. I did notice that one. Pea pod. Isn't that in here? Oh, that's gold. Paintbrush. There. I swear I just saw the pea pod. There it is. Pot. That's not a pot. That's a pot. No? That's a pot. So that's not a teapot. We learned that yesterday. There's a difference between a pot and a teapot. Is the moon in here? No. She says very hesitantly. Shears, drum, beetle, arrow. Huh. This happened a lot yesterday too. Then I got some lovely assistants in chat. And it became easier. Because together we were almost smart. I swear I saw the drum here yesterday. Or a drum. That's a toothbrush. Like, am I... Okay, fine. There's an achievement. Oh, there's an achievement for hints anyway. It doesn't always give you the answer you're thinking about. I still don't see an arrow. Or any of the others. Wait, maybe this is shears. No? No. Okay, fine, another hint. It's a beetle. That's a butterfly. Did you show me where it is? Come on. Is that a beetle? Am I completely blind? I am. There it is. Bastard. That was not 90 seconds. That's the final trophy that I think will be hard. Beating a level in 90 seconds. Oh, right. Maybe I should catch you up on what the heck's going on. Let's read through the story thus far. So, two toads, I think, came to our detective agency and said, "Hi, this guy lost a necklace and we will go bankrupt if we don't find it, because then we need to pay out his insurance policy." What can I say? Lord Raccoon is exactly as I imagined him. Arrogant and of course rich. He was very angry with the police for not catching the thieves. But I didn't see in him a shred of concern about the robbery. He bragged about his big house and the stables. But when I asked to see the horses, he told me it was impossible because they were in the fields grazing. As far as I know, horses are given food in the stables. He probably thinks I'm so below his level that he shouldn't even get close to the horses. What a schmuck. Doesn't matter. I'm here for the missing necklace, not the horses. Still, I'll try to visit the villa one more time when he's not around. Foxy Margaret. She was sitting in a wheelchair with a blanket over her legs and a bunch of herbs around her. She had heard of the robbery, of course, but had seen nothing. She used to work for Lord Raccoon as a cook, but she had to resign due to a problem with her legs. She can't even get up now. Poor Raccoon, to be robbed in this way. It seems to me that she speaks of the Lord more intimately than a servant should. I also noticed that her well was out of order. She explained to me that suddenly a stench began to spread from it, and that the water turned greenish, and indeed an unpleasant odor spread around the well. Still, I will have to leave the well and concentrate on the robbery. Sorry, I have a Discord notification. Nikolai Fyodorovich, a large and good-natured guy, big as a mountain. Any city boss would take him as a bodyguard. Yet he's the complete opposite. He lives peacefully, keeps bees, and produces honey. He does not know Lord Raccoon. He says they came from the villa for honey and paid fairly. However, in recent months they have stopped visiting. He heard a guy appeared at the market reselling various goods. Maybe Lord Raccoon is buying honey from him now. Nikolai heard about the robbery, but he's not interested in it at all. He offered me to stay with him for a cup of honey. I declined, of course. There's no time to waste. Sorry, one moment. Zachary McFarlane. I know this kind of guy better than I would like. Indulgent beyond measure. A swindler. When I asked him about the robbery, he almost cried over the bitter fate of their beloved Lord Raccoon. Still, Mr. McFarlane saw someone, a figure shrouded in black, running across a nearby glade on the night of the robbery. He ran after it, but it was too late. But at the place where the figure disappeared in the dark, he found this feather. When I asked him if he had told the police all of that, he replied that the police didn't want to deal with colorful feathers in a forest full of colorful birds. And they were right. Still, I kept the feather because I don't have a better clue for now. And then we went to the panda, Master Sal. I wonder, what is a kung fu master looking for in a place like this? I wasn't sure whether to bow to him or perform a kung fu move, of which, to be honest, I don't know any. And before I asked him anything, he just said, "A wise man does not seek happiness among kings and queens." And then he went on to meditate. That's all I needed. More puzzles. Magnus Nordvik. Here is Nikolai's competition. Ugh. A real swindler, and obviously not from these parts. He says he has no idea what the bear is talking about. He has never sold honey, and he had only heard of Lord Raccoon. His business was selling safes, but he retired from the business, and now he wants to spend his days in peace and quiet. He sells something here and there because he has to make a living off of something. He advised me to try and avoid dealing with too many peasants. There's nothing to learn from them. I'd better go to the witch who lives at the end of the forest. She will surely know something. Crystal balls and stuff like that. A witch? This guy must think I'm a fool. Even children no longer believe in witches. And then we went to see the German Shepherd, Leopold Denker. Unprofessional behavior, shame. I was its faithful groom for years, and then, without notice, fired. He didn't even let me say goodbye to the horses. Poor things. He deserved to be robbed. When someone tells you all this in one breath, you must conclude that Mr. Denker does not like Lord Raccoon very much. To be blunt, I think he hates him. But does he hate him enough to take revenge by stealing his necklace? Sam Dixon. He is the, what's it called? The circus director, I think? Apart from some good entertainment in his park, this gentleman doesn't have much to offer. He speaks in a confusing way about the inhabitants of Hisar, how Nikolai and Foxy are in fact old friends, how Lord Raccoon receives visits from some strange characters that stay long at night, how the witch really exists, and how, can you imagine, she casts spells. This fellow was funny to me. Magic. On the other hand, his eyes were sincere. What if he's not lying? What if the witch really does exist? And what if Lord Raccoon is really involved in some suspicious acts? And then we saw Mr. Mushroom Man. The deeper into this forest I go, the weirder the characters become. It's not strange that someone collects mushrooms, but that his whole life revolves only around mushrooms, that he even made a hat out of them, is definitely strange. Like the Mad Hatter. I learned absolutely nothing from him, since the man is obsessed with his mushrooms and has absolutely no idea what is going on around him. The robbery, Lord Raccoon, the necklace. It was as if I had asked him what was new on Mars. I'm moving on. And then the witch. Magnolia Thornheart. So the witch really does exist. To be honest, I was horrified. There's something in her eyes, as if she knows everything. Montgomery, pull yourself together. Don't fall for her tricks. All she told me was, don't believe everything you hear. And, do you want me to look at the crystal ball for you? Of course. The old hag is a classic cheater. However, two things caught my attention. First, she's dressed in black, and second, she has the same feather in her hat as the one Mr. McFarlane gave me. Is she really a thief? If so, where did she hide the necklace? And why hadn't she run away with so much money yet, but is still squatting in that darkness? I was wrong. This case is becoming interesting. Very interesting indeed. Things got complicated. Lord Raccoon went away somewhere and I visited the villa. Here's what I saw. Half of the furniture is missing. In the places where the pictures hung, only gaps remain. Spiders live on the shelves meant for silverware. And perhaps, most importantly, the stables are empty. There's not a single horse in them. I doubt that this was all taken away by thieves. After all, Raccoon didn't say a word about it. But here's why he didn't let me see the horses. He doesn't have any. It's time to talk to Mrs. Margaret again. When I asked her about Lord Raccoon's horses, furniture, and paintings, she just looked at me from above and said, "You city folk, you plain people, if you knew a little more about the aristocracy, you would know that once every year the furniture is taken for repairs, silverware for cleaning, paintings to auctions. Horses often go on shows. But you don't know that, so you allow yourself to be cheeky and ask silly questions." I swallowed all this without any anger, and I couldn't even be angry because as she was saying all this, Mrs. Margaret, in effect, jumped out of her wheelchair and stood very safely on her legs. I expressed my delight at seeing that her legs got better, to which she quietly acted out the pain and sat down. Mrs. Margaret is lying. She lies a lot. But why? I asked Nikolai about his friendship with Foxy. He was surprised, but he told me this. We were friends. I wanted for the two of us to be more than that. And then, little by little, she changed. She started visiting me less often. And when she came by, she talked more and more only about Lord Raccoon. Raccoon this, Raccoon that. She even got a precious brooch from him as a gift. Damn Raccoon. I wish they had never met. I hate him. For God's sake, Nikolai, you didn't rob Lord Raccoon out of revenge, did you? I said to myself as I left his house. In any case, the number of those who do not like Lord Raccoon is growing. Did you arrest her? Zachary jumped at me when he opened the door. Zachary is the hedgehog. There was a smile full of anticipation on his face. I didn't arrest anyone, but I'm pretty sure I know who did it. I set a small trap for him. Who? Well, that figure in black you saw running away and the feather you found. Looks like that's our thief. But please don't tell anyone about this. Zachary fell for the bluff. Triumph appeared on his face that he could not hide. So he's the one who is framing the witch. But I still can't be sure if he has anything to do with the necklace robbery. What a case. Lots of suspects and no clues. I liked Sal's tea. That's the panda. I really enjoyed it. The old master told me about the slopes of green tea plantations on the rolling hills of his beloved China. He told me about what sunsets are like over the eastern sea. How the winds sing the most wonderful songs in the bamboo forests, and similar nonsense. I rested a little and thanked the old man. At the farewell, he also told me this. It is not always wrong to connect a stone and a heart. I guess not, silly old man, but I have a much more serious job ahead of me than that. I set a trap for Magnus too. He was the first to mention the witch anyway. He seemed calm as I told him that she was almost certainly the thief. Still, there was some relief in his voice. I believe that as a safe salesman, he also learned to open them, so he gained a dose of calm and self-discipline. However, he was definitely much more relaxed when he found out I suspected the witch. I asked him if he knew one Zachary McFarlane, to which he replied with the face of a poker player, "Never heard of him." My dear fellow, I too can recognize a bluff when I see one. You're a liar as well. And now we're almost caught up. The witch? Nonsense. An old rag that has no other business but to deceive the people. By now that necklace is adorning a neck of some lady who knows where. You'd better ask Lord Raccoon about who comes to him in the late hours, the 3 of them, wrapped in black, believing that no one would see them. Well, I saw them. They come twice a week, always at a certain time. They don't leave the house until the morning when everyone's asleep. But Leopold doesn't sleep. Leopold sees everything. That's the German Shepherd. There you go now. The Lord has some suspicious companions, definitely. But what can they have to do with the robbery? Maybe, simply, a man likes a late company. Okay, there, now we're caught up. And now we're going back to the Mushroom Man. Ashtray? Oh, that's what that is. No? That's a pan. Sushi. Where's sushi? Shit. I don't remember anything. I feel like sushi. Oh, this is sushi. Trophy. Cheese. Toy. Oh, that's the button though. And... nope. There's the thing. That's an ashtray. Basketball? No. Toy? I don't remember what toy it looked like. There were a bunch of different toys. Basketball is over here. Number 5 was in here. No, it wasn't. It's up here. Skate shoe. What was that one? Comb. Starfish. I've lost track of. Oh no, there it is. Croissant. Ornament. That's an ornament, right? No? No. No. Huh. Huh. What's the ornament then? Where's the speaker? Oh, I was hovering over the ornament. That's an ornament. Skis. Okay, here. Glasses. Yes. That's the toy. Seashell. That's in here. Cake. Football. Lamp. Kite. Tulip. I think tulip is in here. Yep. Speaker though. Bells is in here. Out here. Is this a speaker? That's what that is. Okay, fine, got it. Still not 90 seconds. Robbery! I've been robbed, shouted the Mushroom Man as soon as he saw me. He says his bottle of green mushroom poison was stolen. Very dangerous and strong poison. It can poison the whole of his arm. When I asked him when it happened, he said he didn't know. The safe containing the poisons was properly locked when he opened it this morning. Prior to that, he had not opened it for at least 2 months. That safe of his is of the highest quality and simply cannot be cracked. Someone did it, though. I must not rush to conclusions, but I think the fog around this case is slowly starting to lift. So that is what's poisoning the well. And we know who's selling, hey bro sale. We know who's selling, safes. Yeah, I only pinged and wrote twice on it about it on Discord, and I mentioned it last night, but you'd probably fallen asleep. Okay, let's keep going. Button. I don't remember the button. Harp. Bass clef. That's a bass clef. Seashell. Brush. Seashell? No, that's a popsicle. Brush. No. Button. No. Yes. Can opener. No clue. That's nails. That's a can. No, that's a crowbar. That's a seashell. I know where the marble is. Bullet. Star. No. Domino tile is back here. Ruler. I feel like the brush is out here, but I don't remember where it is. Screw. I'm gonna be nice and cautious today. Nothing rude. Only nice things. That's that. We're also looking for the handle. Don't see the handle in here. But there it is. Star screw brush. That's a beetle. Coals. Pencil. That's a screw. Letter B. Wallet. Fishing lure. Oh, that's that. Pencil. Number 7. Yes. Insulating tape. Huh. Is it in here? Is the brush here? That's not a brush, right? No. Is the star here? Am I completely blind today? Yes. I am not warmed up for this. There's the star. Paint tube. I remember that. That's this. Face powder is down here. Hook. Oh, there's the brush. I swear, some of these I'm like, did I even play the game yesterday? I do not remember any of these. Ah, I would never have spotted that. Another puzzle. This is the switch one. Go away. Those two connect. So, oh, not what I meant to do. That, yes. That goes there. That goes there. Although I'm on the wrong side. This is much further the other direction. That goes there, right? Yes. And then it connects to that. And those connect. think this is the leftmost, and then that goes there. I think. So then we scooch him over to here. And this goes here. No. 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 It goes there. And this goes here. No. No. What the heck? Maybe? Like a candle? Multiple candles. Well, that goes there. And wait, does this go there? Huh. That's not right. Okay, that guy goes here. Is there one more row? Is this the leftmost? I think it might be. Yeah, let's try that. And then that goes there, and that goes there. And this goes here. And this goes here, and that goes there. And that goes there, there, and there. And he goes here, and that goes there. No, that goes there. And that goes there. And so and scooch all of these over. No. Hallelujah. That took a minute. Rose Cabin Residence. Who lives there? I don't remember. Oh. Chameleon is here. Huh. Wait, is that the car? No, those are flip-flops. I swear I played this yesterday, but I remember absolutely nothing again. Is the thing in here? Yes. Teddy bear. Wait, triangle? Is that the red one? No. Pipe, arrow. We're not looking for those though. Cheese. Oh, car? Yes. Slippers. handbag, letter W, I see that. Fortune cookie was inside. Cheese was outside. Still don't see a triangle or a mannequin in here. Cheese was inside but still outside. Soccer ball. Pyramids were inside. Watering can. Over here. Jello. That yellow? No. Fries? Yes. I want fries. I did eat today. I had... Oh, that's yellow. I had pizza. Frog. Razor. Camera. That's not a camera. Camera's in here, right? Yes. Soldier is here. Scales. Yes. Matches, yes. B, yes. How have I played this entire thing and I still don't have a mannequin or triangle? I guess triangle is not the red traffic cone thing, and mannequin is not one of those adjustable wooden figurines. Maybe it is. It's just crouched in a different position. Is the triangle also in here? Don't think so. Oh, right there. Yes. What do we make of this? Is that going to turn out to be something eventually? Possibly. Queen's Crossing. Okay. Worm. Sickle. Spring. Spring is up here. Matches. Flag. Disc. Lightning. I think I remember lightning. Oh, yes, I do. Dart, I don't immediately remember, but I'm sure it's here. Rose. Oh, there's the honey thing. Where's the looking glass thing? Cube. Fountain pen? I don't see fountain pen. I do see rose. I don't see dart. Hammer was this. That's a dart. Still don't see a looking glass thing. Bodkin. Oh, that bastard. That's that one. Scroll is here. Radio. Magic wand. Check. Crown. Check. Oh, that's fountain pen. scooter, cane, banana? Really? Where is the collectible? The second one. Am I blind? Paper cup is literally under my cursor. Hat. Okay, now I really need the thing. It's not that, right? No. Well, that's the ball. And that's the banana. We're not grabbing the banana until we get the collectible. Nope. I don't see it. And I don't want to skip it, because I don't think we missed a single one until this point. I don't want to have to replay the whole game just to get this one thing, because I think this counts. You're not gonna tell me the other thing, are you? There it is. Now we can grab the banana. There we go. Sorry, just a moment. Okay. Picture. Well, I see that already. And I see that already. Picture. No. Shoe. Pincer. That's a picture. Those are pincers. Was the shoe in here? No. Yes. Raven. Pretzel. Whip. Boots. But I see the whip now that I'm looking. Whip. Cauldron. Frisbee. Cleaver. Is that in here? Yes. Teapot. Gear. No. Caterpillar up here. Chalk is down here. That's the teapot. Drumstick. I think that was in here. No. Coffee bean. Gear. Aquarius though. Stethoscope. Bow tie. Yes. Valve. Padlocks in here. Moth. Is there really a moth here? Oh, yes, there is. Egg. Egg. Is that an egg? That's a lime, right? Probably a lime. Maybe it's the other kind of drumstick this time. That's the 4. Don't see an egg. Don't see a drumstick. That's the egg. Still don't see a drumstick. Never mind, I do. There it is. Okay, puzzle time again. Oh no. Station's misspelled. That spring's not supposed to be there. Hook's not supposed to be there. That's misaligned. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Oh, that's got an extra. Oh, that one quick. Raven Mangrove. Ooh, we get to see the witch again. Horn, yes. Belt buckle. There's that, at least. Ship. Mask. Cucumber. Belt buckle. I don't see a ship. I did see the ferry though. Umbrella. Is that a knife? That's a knife. That's the ship. Scooters over here. Paperclip. Snail. Umbrella. Pencil. Button. Matches. I vaguely remember the matches. Hammer. Is that a hammer? No. Saw. But is that the axe? Yes, okay, that's the axe, good. Fork? Yes. Soap, yes. I don't see the matches. Maybe it wasn't matches. Dragonfly. Dragonfly was in here. Pretzel, yes. Scarab. The fan was out here. Up here. Hello, Ice Coke. Welcome. Poison is here. I swear there were matches out here yesterday. I don't remember them. And I can't find the scarab for the life of me. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I just like having you here to keep me company. I'm hanging on. I'm finishing this game today no matter what, so yeah. We'll be here until even if I'm crying my eyes out. Go out, okay? Oh, I see the matches. Hang on. I knew they were here. Now I just need to find the dang scarab. Let's use a hint. Oh, that was easy. Thank you. I know mobile delay is a bitch. The witch wasn't in her hut. I looked around and found a book of witchcraft. In fact, there are simple chemical experiments that the old rag sold as magic. One of the records caught my attention. To ward off evil spirits, soak a sponge in green mushroom juice and put it in a cool place. After just one night, the stench will drive away all those who hang around your house and don't wish you well. I know one place where it stinks, but if I'm right, I can't go there right away. So that's Mrs. Margaret. Ooh, we're going back to the dog. This is the final attempt of the dog. We have now reached the final third of the game. At least I think so, because we have two parts of the looking glass. Disc, sickle, yes, sickle. Burb, ladder, hex nut, flag, stone thing, lemon, burb. Handle. Where is handle? Let's go inside. Hatchet. Candy. Candy was a bitch on this one. Padlock. Shaker. Shaker's that one. Nest. Coffee bean. Coffee bean was inside. Note. Corkscrew. Yes. Candy's over here. No, you're telepathically telling me where they are. Don't worry about it. You're doing well. We're doing well. Pretzel. Top hat. Paper plane. Dumbbell. Dumbbell's in the tree. Dart is over here. Paper plane and 6. 6 is inside, right? Yes. Paper plane. I don't think that was 90 seconds. Oh, it's not kicking me out because I forgot about the door handle. Good. Still can't find the door handle. Or the looking glass handle. Never mind, there it is. So the game does not let you finish a level until you have even the collectibles. So that's good. That's nice of them. It's almost like you're a mind reader. Or I'm the mind reader. It's hard to tell when you're on a delay. Leopold, you are someone who knows the villa well. Is there a secret room somewhere where Lord Okun could host his secret guests? There's no secret room. They meet in his study. It's in the West Tower. I thanked him and hurried straight to the villa. That's not the villa. Kite. Poison. Soup. Chalk. Oh, that's a thimble. I don't remember chalk. I don't remember nails. Nails. Chalk. I did remember chalk and nails. Lighter. Spring. Yes. Handbag. Thermos. Not a thermos. Is that a thermos? No. I don't see the thing. That's a thermos. That's the worm. Scroll. Scarab. Snow globe. Libra. Pitcher. Really? I must be inside. It's not. Where is it? Nail polish. Pitcher's on the balcony. Mitten. I still don't see the thing. Crown. Sushi. Doll. Dry leaf. Oh, I know that. It's here. And there's the ring. That's still not 90 seconds. I'm gonna stop obsessing about the 90 seconds. It's not gonna happen. Oh, this. Okay. Oh, oops. There. That. 3. Wrong one. Oh. 1, 3, 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, oops. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Remote control is in here. Flag. Lizard, I don't remember. Oh, lizard. Owl. Spooter. I already forgot about the spooter. Oh, there it is. Book. Wrench. Really? Jolly Rogers indoors. No dice. Nest. Clubs. Key. I know where the key is. I know that I know where the key is. I know that I know where the key is. Angel. Balloon. No. Tire. No. Shovel. No. Bin. No. Magnet. Yes. Bell. I don't see the dice. And I don't... That's not dice, right? No. CD, bell. There's the dice. Light switch. Safety pin, really? Wrench. Shield. No shield. No safety pin. Yes, safety pin. Pear. Yes. Palette. Yes. Shield. No. Key. No. Wait, the thing was in there. Thing. Shield. How's that not a shield? Rude. That's a shield. Where's the key? Oh, I knew it was in the tree. Is the Lord back? Lord Raccoon indifferently asked me how the investigation was progressing. I told him a story about a witch and a colorful feather, and then asked him if I could use the restroom. Unwillingly, he allowed me to enter the villa once more. Silently, I climbed into the west tower, and when I opened the door of Raccoon's study, everything became clear to me. Now, all I had to do was set a trap for the thieves. Old Oak Crossing. Okay, I remember this one. Sort of. Moon. Moon is in here. No, wait. Moon is in here. Elephant. Car is in here. No, it's not. Shit. I don't remember this one. Smiley. Fishing lure. That's that. Cheers. Hand. Feather. Seashell. I feel like the seashell's in here, right? Yes. Belt. Hex nut. Bird. Cotton bud. Number 10. Binoculars. Snail. Sword? Really? Oh, car. Triangle. Triangle. Shit. Lime is in here. Caterpillar is... Sword in the wall. Oh, thank you. Caterpillar is over here. Lighter. Post stamp. I don't think that was 90 seconds. Damn it. Thank you, though. That's the thing with hidden object games. Sometimes you need to replay them to get all the trophies. Never gonna not annoy me though. Starfish, paintbrush, pea pod. I don't see the green mushroom. Bell. I don't remember where the shoe is. We've already played this one once today. I should know this better. Rose, handle, shoe, green thing, owl, clothespin. I don't remember. Okay, hang on. Let's pause for a moment and cheat. See if this works. Sometimes this works. I don't see clothespin. I don't see moon. I don't see dice. Fine. Never mind. Dice. Orange. Rolling pin. I see a rolling pin. Birdhouse. I see birdhouse. Radish. Yes. Beetle. Oh, it's... No, wait. Damn it. I'm getting them mixed up. That's the beetle. Yes, I'm not getting them mixed up. Cherries. I just saw cherries. There. Footprint. Strawberry. Camel. Pot. Yes. Gold is in here. Toothbrush. Moon. I don't remember what the moon looks like in this one. Or the clothespin. Hook. Trumpet. Flute. Is it in here? Fine. Oh. Well. Oh, I knew that one. This is a really weird collection of stuff. Mr. Hedgehog. Okie dokie. Well, I will be right here up until I finish the game. And then I will be crying in bed. I don't know. I'm kidding. I'm having a pretty good day. No headache. I had pizza. Oops. No, that was the correct way. Done. And ooh, Mushroom Man. Santa. Speaker. Pinecone. Acorn. Acorn's inside, right? Yes. Burb. Don't remember Burb. Iron. Lamp. Number 5 is in here, right? No. Cat. Well, that's sushi. Cat. We do have cats. Wait, no, that's not this level. Shit. Marbles. No. Crown. Also no. Heck. Bird. Glasses. Tulip is in here. Oh wait, that's the bonus item. And the other bonus item is there. Moon. There's a moon in this level? Skis. Guitar. Butterfly. Oh, there's the 5. I knew it was here. Butterfly. Drumstick. Bells. Starfish. Oh, there's the moon. Comb. Paw. This here. And starfish is there. Fuck, still not 90 seconds. I feel like it must be close on some of these. That makes it worse. I told Davy about the recipe I had found in the witch's hut. He told me she could be anything but a witch. A woman who doesn't belong here, so she hides behind the witch's mask. At least no one bothers her or asks her questions. He told me to visit her again, but to say the password this time. Password? Wow. Whip. Lime. Grasshopper's in here, right? Yes. Shoe. Cherry. 4-leaf clover. Really? Corkscrew. Stapler. Wait, stapler? Yes. Corkscrew. Stamp. Cauldron. Stethoscope. Caterpillar. Wine glass. Screwdriver. Candy's in here in this one. Boots. No. Snake. No. 4-leaf clover. Eraser, yes. Circle thing. Would be other one. Dove. Oh, stamp is that. Pitcher. Egg. Moth. Padlock. And that's 90 seconds. Hi, Telomina. Did your stream go well? And yes, I cheated. But I'm okay with that. Because if it's a game mechanic that they are asking you to use, it doesn't actually count as cheating. Yeah, mood. I know those streams. Poison. Whitehorn. I've never played My Time at Sandrock, but June tells me it's great. Or maybe they played the prequel, sequel, whatever. They played one of the games and they love it. Scooter is over here. Handle is there. Sunflower. Fairy. Glasses. Eraser. I feel like I recognize eraser. Lighter. Pretzel. We have a pretzel here, don't we? Yes. That's the record. Took me a while to actually register where it is. Ship. Boxing gloves. Mask. Wishbone. Axe is in here. Hourglass. Well, okay. Apparently I knew where the hourglass was. Room. Bat. Still haven't found the horn. We're gonna cheat. It's indoors, okay. Oh, there it is. So now we get another bit of text. When I said the password, Magnolia greeted me as if I were her grandson. A cup of warm milk, a biscuit, a soft armchair. And then she told me, "You don't see what's obvious, young man. And you don't listen to who you need to listen to. Trust the experience. Trust the tradition." Experience and tradition. One guy here fits that description very well. Oh, wrong arrow. Another puzzle. Oh no. Ugh. That was that one, right? Yes. No. Oh, why did I click the spider again? Here? Ugh. Okay, now I know where the spider is. Let's avoid it. You and you. You and that one. And finally, the spooter. Ugh. I hate spooters. That's why I call them spooters instead of spiders. In case you didn't realize. Bodkin. I know you, you bastard. Crown is out here. Paper plane. Bucket. Lighter. Spear. Spear is over here. Kite. Pine cone and the glass. Pine cone. Spring is up here. Candle. Cane is over here. Sickle is up here. Worm is over here. Bone is over here. In case you don't understand why I say bone when I do, when there's a bone, why I say bone the way I do, I meant to say is this. It's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. There's this amazingly funny sequence in an episode where a woman tells her gay boss that he's frustrated because he's not getting laid. And she says, "You just need to bone." And then he goes around, there are like 6 clips of him going, "Bone!" Throughout the rest of the episode. And then, yes, he did, and he was much more relaxed after. But note to self, do not tell your boss that they need to get laid. It's not necessarily a good move. Candle. I feel like I've looked at the candle, but I haven't registered it. Oh, there it is. See, much more relaxed now that I have the 90-second trophy. Bone. I don't have a reason why I say bout, though. It's just funny. Life ring. Shrimp. Yin yang. A purple dragon. I feel like that shouldn't be hard to find. That's not purple. That's turquoise. My brain might have just, given up. Gold nuggets. Meat cleaver. Stapler's here. And those gold nuggets, they are. Party hats. Sea clamps over here. Meat cleaver's that one. Starfish. Whisk? No. Slipper. I think there's a slipper in here. What else? Pin. Cactus. Huh. Oh well. What is that? I still haven't figured out what that is. Carrots. Starfish. Bread. Bread is in here. Acorn. Here. Pinwheel, yes. Tuning fork, yes. Fan. It's in here, right? Lobster. Toucan. Pea pod. Well, there's definitely a party hat somewhere. Is that it? It is. Okay. Cactus. Poker. I did not click enough. I knew that there was a poker chip in here. There we go. So we have... Oh. And, did you finally understand what I was telling you? Sal asked me as he poured the tea. Finally I did. To seek happiness among kings and queens, to unite stone and heart, everything fits. Master Zal was pleased, and so was I. So, the Lord is in love with the old woman, or the woman is in love with him, maybe. Thermometer, fork, coral, note, footprint, pizza cutter, firecracker, bowling pin, Pacifier? I don't think I've seen a pacifier. Pipe. Whistle. Oh, that's a lollipop. Whistle, I feel like it's in here. No? No. Trumpets. That's a pacifier. I've been wondering what the heck that is. Paper umbrella. Rolling pin is down here. Golf balls over here. That's the lantern. I still need the other half of the, that it? Aha. And that's an ashtray. Glove. Data paper umbrella. Yes. Clothespin. Here. Grapes? No. Crown? Maybe. Butterfly? No. Phone. Spur. Do we have grapes? Maybe we do have grapes. Oh, that's the trumpet. Huh. Butterfly. I feel like it's in here. What is that? Is it a phone? No. Spur. No. Right. No. Also not a spur. Grapes. That's a strawberry. Okay, fine. Hint. Spur. Okay. Fine. No clue where. That's a paintbrush. Not a spur. Not a spur. Oh, that's a spur. Yes, of course it is. I just thought that was a star. I mean, I saw it. So there are 2 more games in this series. This is apparently game 2. I don't remember if I mentioned that. The first one is Ballerinas. And there's a 3rd one coming in a few weeks. I think May, but I don't remember the exact date. One more step over. I looked it up earlier, but you know, as you can tell, my memory is not the greatest. In case you hadn't already realized. That does not make sense. That also does not make sense. That makes sense. Do those go here? They do. Where's the final part of the shooting gallery? Oh, there it is. Does that one go here then? I feel like that makes sense. And that one is correct. Coffee pot. And this one goes here. And that goes there. That goes one over. That goes here. Tent, tent, more tent. That goes one over. That goes there. That is how tents work. And that goes there. Done? Yes. Oh, ooh, the bear. Cereal. There's both cereal and a pomegranate here. I swore yesterday that the cereal was pomegranate. And now they're doing this to me. How dare. Oh, that's not that. Rude. Walnut. You're a pomegranate. Rattle. That's that. Bellows is in here. Piano. Tassel. Red scarf. Balalaika. Meat. I know what a balalaika is, but I can't for the life actually picture it. All that comes to mind is scorpions. And if you don't understand that reference, you are too young. Says the very old lady. Horse. This is not the level where they all found the horse yesterday and I just could not see it. Pencil. I think pencil is by the window. No, that's a golf bag. Huh. Okay, I'm stuck. But I'm not particularly stressed about it anymore. Oh, that's... I've never noticed that horse. I swear. Pineapple is over here. Handkerchief. There is? Huh. It's probably a tassel. I have a very large aversion to tassels. I feel like I would have noticed it if it was. Okay, fine. Give me another hint. That's the pencil. Fine. Goblet, I know where that is. Top hat, right here. Paperclip, here. Hawk, you. Hook, yes. Racer, there, yes. Boomerang, yes. Boom. Antlers, yes. Handkerchief. Still, really. You're not a handkerchief, are you? No. Neither are you. Oh, I never would have noticed that. I feel like a balalaika is like a string instrument. Did it show me where it was, or did it just change to the correct one? I might not have been paying enough attention. Fine, tell me. It is in here, okay. Ah, it is a string instrument. Fine. Three chess pieces. Three mushrooms. A bunch of origami figures. What is so special about these items? I don't understand. But they're cute. Nikolai, I need your help. Please make Mrs. Margaret stay at home this afternoon. It will be difficult for you, but trust me, you will get rid of a great emotional burden. Nikolai shrugged first and then straightened up in all his grandeur and said briefly, you can bet on that. This is the guy that's in love with her. And she is in love with Lord Raccoon. Forest office. Which one's that? Aha. Rubber duck. Empty jar. Empty jar is in here. It's on the bed. There's that. We need the glass. That's that. Box cutter is here. Playing card, I don't remember. Pineapple? There's a pineapple in this one as well. How did I never notice that one? Oh, there it is. I probably did. I probably commented on it, but it's in one ear and not the other. First aid kit. Buckets. Matches. I know the matches. I know that I don't know the matches, but I know the matches. Goggles are right here. Wrench, maybe. Duct tape, maybe. Lighter. Playing card. Sword. Aha. Broom, yes. Lipstick is in here, right? No, that's a different level. Lipstick is in here. Key. Key in here? Yes. Honey is here. Crowbar is up here. Anchor is here. Is this the hose? No. The hose is in here. That's the hose. Net. Chess figure. I think... I don't remember where the chess piece is. Matches inside? Thank you. Oh, there they are. Thank you. Chess piece. Are you a chess piece? No, you're a dog. I feel like the chess piece is also in here. I'm just not seeing it. Maybe not. The chickens are super cute. And I have not noticed them earlier. I wonder if they were actually here yesterday, or if I'm just out of it. Fine. Hint. There it is. Never would have found that. I keep saying that and then I find it straight away another time when I've completely forgotten about it. Fun park. Tortoise. Tortoise is in here, right? No, but cotton bud is. Radio is here. Tortoise is here. Spoon. Don't remember spoon. Band-aid? Wait, maybe I do remember spoon. No, that's a fork. Never mind. Seashell. Candy on this one. Oh, candy is in here. Right? No. No. I'm getting them confused again. Shit. Oh! I see that. Where's the other half of the collectibles? Candy was inside? Well, they're in the same spot. I just don't remember which one was the candy. I'm trying to remember everything, but there's like 400 things inside my head from this game from yesterday. Is this the candy? Aha. Cupcake. That's the piece of lime. Is the spoon in here? Is the seashell in here? Battery is in here. The cupcake's there. Spooter. Spooter's there. Lighter. I don't remember lighter. I think my ponytail's tight. I see. Lighter by teapot. Oh, there, yes. I was like, where is teapot? Shovel is this guy. Slingshot is this guy. Pencil, right here. Sushi, maybe. Starfish, maybe. Battery, yes. I think I said battery a little bit ago. Fish, yes. Snail, yes. Pinwheel, yes. Emerald. Emeralds are green, right? Is that what this green thing here is? Aha. Burb. Wasn't burb out here? Oh, different burb. I was thinking of the yellow burb. Bat. Here. Spoon. Damn it. Oh, there's the spoon. Yes, damn it. I know where the spoon is. Seashell. She sells seashells by the seashore. Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, I would have guessed that was like a second fan. We never found the circle. Is that in here? That's a grasshopper. Oh, it's around his neck. Found it. Nom, 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 nom. sir, this is very important. The only phone in the woods is at Zachary's house, but it doesn't work. I don't think it's a coincidence. Can I trust you to go to a nearby town and call the police? I'm very close to solving this case. Don't worry, sir. My former trapeze artist friend works as a police sergeant. Just tell me where the police is to show up. Everyone in this game is so damn cute. Like, we are gonna take like a half-minute break because I need more water. I'm not even gonna put up the BRB screen. I'm just gonna mute. If you have it, you can use Swede Gone in chat. I don't remember what level that is. There we go. I am back. We are back. Yes. Don't get your headphone cord stuck inside your blankets. I've done that before. Oh no. Pumpkin, no, pumpkin, bowling pin, seashell, urn, flower, thing at the door, bonus apples, that. Butterfly. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. That one. Oh, oops, wrong button. Okay, waterfall. The one we just saw. Stethoscope. Cauldron. Map. Coal. Don't remember wine glass. Surfboard. Camera. Globe. Ski goggles. Oh, I didn't even mean to hit that, but sure, thank you. Ski goggles. Pincers. Teapot. That's a teapot, right? Yes. Protractor. Oh, that's this thing. And we need the hidden, other half of the hidden item. Is the wine glass in here? colors on this is so weird to me. That was the wine glass. Crest? No. Egg, yes. No? Finger? Excuse me? Nose. Really? Hexagon, yes. Hexagon is underneath here. Mannequin. Mannequin is behind me. Needle is here. Cone is also behind me. Scepter. Oh, helmet is also down here. Gavel. Oh, there's that. Screwdriver. Scepter. Are you down here? No. Oh, that's what that is. So that was the final time on that one. We have the phone booth left, and we have the well left. And apparently the green market. Where the safe guy is. Hat. Yes. Chili. Is that not misspelled? Or is it meant to be the other chili? Ice cream? No? Trident is on the roof. There's the thing. And we need that. Glasses are here. Gear. Maybe? Brush? Maybe? Valve. Valve was in here, wasn't it? No? Shoes. Pencil. Gear. Chili. No? Ghost. I love the ghost. Boat. Calculator. There's a calculator in here? Huh. Wait, wasn't there a brush? Yes. Dove. Ribbon. I remember that. What's that? Butterfly. No? But really, a calculator in here? Are we sure? Pyramids are down here. Boomerang is up here. Acorn. Nail. I think nail is in here. No. Huh. I'm still hung up on there being a calculator. I probably noticed, but just cannot remember. Oh, that's the chili. Pear. I feel like that's in here. Yes. Whip. Whip is over here. 1. Butterfly. Clef. Drumstick. I know where that is. Calculator and nail, really. And I still don't see a calculator or a nail. Hi! Welcome back. I got the 90-second trophy, so I'm a lot more relaxed now, but we're almost done with the game, so you came just in time to find out who the thief is. Oh, I see the nail. Did you know that there's a calculator here? I do not remember a calculator here. I do not see a calculator here, but apparently there's a calculator here. Inside? I've looked. Like, I'm looking. I don't see it. I might be blind or tired, though. Are you using the same pink as Emmy? I think you might be. I still need to get the achievement for hints, so I don't mind using hints. But it's gonna bug me that I've played this scene 3 times and haven't noticed a calculator. You found it? Dang it. Top left. Oh. Yeah. Thank you. So I think we have 3 scenes left. 2 or 3. Because we're not done with... Oh. Sir, the case is closed. I caught the thief. He didn't admit anything, but everything is so obvious. Finally, exclaimed the salesman. Relief appeared on his face. Please be outside Mrs. Margaret's house this afternoon as a witness. Can you do that for me? With pleasure, he replied. The pleasure will be mine, I said to myself. Is he the thief? The bunny? Oh, we haven't done that one either. Okay, so we have this one left, we have the well left, and we have the phone booth left. And I think that's all we have left, and then we're done with the game. Maybe a puzzle as well. Insulating tape. I remember you, you bastard. Oh, there's the clock. That's not the clock. Rude. Hook. Ooh, bullet, I remember. That's the clock. And there's the circle thing. Bottle. I don't remember bottle. Hammer. No? Yes. Spoon. Hook was inside? Okay. Oh, yes, the fishing hook. I was thinking of the big white black one. Nails. Domino tile is here. Bug. You. Sun. Sun is indoors. Spoon by the fence. Yes! I remember that now. Thank you. Baseball. Pencil. Isn't it this one where the pencil was by the window? No, I've lost my mind. Snake? No. Sponge. Maybe? Button. Yes, button. Face powder. Face powder is here. Pill. Yes. Keyhole. Yes. Bass clef. Yes. Diamond ring. Yes, please. Letter B. Seashell. Bottle. Bottle's in here. UC pencil? Where's pencil? Oh, it was by the window. Aha. Thank you. Ooh, another puzzle. Oh dear. Okay. Down. Over. You look like the biggest one, so you go over here. You go down one. You look like the biggest green. There. Oh, oops. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 4, 5. That one could be so much worse. It's not that bad. Oh! Oh yeah, there's one missing there as well. Okay, handle and looking glass. I feel like I saw this when I was in here earlier. Boat. Skull. B. I know where the painting roll is. Soccer ball. Do we see the handle? Present. Yes, please. Bucket. Fries are inside. There's the painting roll. Car. I'm getting this car confused with another car. Cupcakes inside. No. That's not cupcake. Frog. Arrow. There's the cupcake. Arrow's here. Yes. Cabbage. There's cabbage here? That looks like it should be a Lego. Fortune cookie. That's inside. Scales are outside. Orange. No. Shoe. Corn. There's corn in here, right? No? Am I thinking about a different level again? Probably, yeah. Camera. Yes. Oh, that's cabbage. Handle. Thank you. There's the thing. Where... Oh, there's the car. Got it. I'm sure you did. And you did not miss the end of the game. Welcome. Good morning. If you'd slept 15 minutes longer, you might have missed the end of the game. You did not miss the end of the game. We have that scene and we have that scene. And then it's the end of the game. Teeth. Let's get rid of those because they freak me out. That. Mace is here. Corn. Yes, yes. I would absolutely agree with that. You see the arrow? Do I see the arrow? I see grapes. Pumpkin. I see pumpkin. Oh, that kind of an arrow. Thank you. Tarot card. You can. You can. I'm not covering up anything but a cross now. Iron. Paddle is in here. That's the one I was looking for yesterday and I had trouble with. Oh, there's the candlestick. I think that's it. Yes. Shuttlecock. Dragonfly is right above my head. I can almost reach out and grab it. Urgh! You see the paper plane? Is it inside or outside? Inside. Okay. Oh, right. Yes. Sombrero is behind here. Goose is here. Lawnmower. Screwdriver. No. Saw. No. Horn. Yes. I see those horns and I keep thinking of Arva. I think the sunglasses are inside. Yes, they're on the bed. You're allowed to say it. Shuttlecock is badminton ball. I don't know what it's called in Swedish. Bandage strip. No, I think we have a word for it. I think it's badminton something else. Oh! Ice Coke, I have a challenge for you. June, you may not answer this. If I say balalaika, what do you think of, June? I know you read my mind well enough, so you cannot answer until Ice Coke has answered. There's a connection in my mind here, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. Yes, balalaika. Wait, you don't know either, June? I was sure you would know what I was thinking of. You have caught the thief. Tell me you caught him. I did, I replied to Mr. McFarlane. Please be so kind as to be in front of Foxy's house as a witness this afternoon. If you can, bring Lord Raccoon with you. I'm sure you'll recognize the thief. There is no end to Zachary's happiness, but this case has come to an end. Okay, so June is tired, but probably knows Ice Coke is too young. If I say scorpions, what was the Russian dog? It's not the Russian dog. And I don't think it was Laika. It might be, but it was Laika? Okay, fine. Okay, but that's not what I was thinking of. Balalaika is a musical reference, obviously, since it's an instrument. But I was joking about this earlier when it was a hint in the puzzle. That it's an age test as well. But you do not have the same musical taste as me, so I don't think you'd know it anyway. And June will probably slap themselves when they hear me explain it. So I'm sorry in advance. Back when I was young, there was a band called the Scorpions. They still exist. They haven't done much, I don't think, in the past few years, but they still technically exist. Aha! Yes, Wind of Change. Yes. Have you ever heard of the song though? You know the Scorpions. Okay, fine. Oh dear. Okay, fine. But okay. Send Me an Angel. That's a really good song. Trophy Earned, Completionist. Trophy earned, case closed. Case closed. I was a fool when I thought this case would be easy. However, from the beginning, the clues presented themselves in plain sight. They just needed to be put together. Simple when explained like this. I remember what old Sal was telling me. Do not seek happiness among kings and queens, and it is possible to connect stone and heart. Of course it makes sense now. Gambling is a great evil. We need to stay away from it. Skandalu Hisaru. There's a line in Wind of Change. Let your balalaika sing what my guitar wants to say. Lord Raccoon, after bankrupting due to gambling debts, tried to defraud the insurance company and stole a valuable necklace from himself. He was helped in this by his poker partners to whom he owed money. Mr. Nordvik stole poisonous mushrooms. Mr. Zachary McFarlane and Mrs. Foxy Margaret hid the necklace in the well. The cunning foursome would have surely gotten away with the crime if it weren't for the great Mr. Fox, who solved the case and exposed the gang. I said both gambling debts and assurance fraud. There is absolutely an embarrassing personal story. You've heard me sing. Some of you have had that curse upon you. I sang in the school choir for a little while when I was a child. Then they had tryouts to continue next year. And And I was told in front of the entire class that my singing was subpar and I was not allowed to continue to be in the choir. And that's one of the songs we sang in music class. With that cruel bitch of a teacher. Well, it wasn't so much the kids. It was my cruel music teacher who decided that a 10-year-old needed to do a singing test. Mr. Fox. Mr. Montgomery Fox. Yes, that's me. Telegram for you. Montgomery, come back immediately. Stop. We need you. Stop. The lazy fox dog is back in action. Stop. Chief of Police, Arthur Wilson. And a quick brown fox will stop him. So that is a reference to the third game, which releases, I'm not sure exactly when, in a few weeks. I think it might have been in May, but it might be soon in April. This is actually the second game. I might have said it already, but if someone just came in, they might not have heard it. The first game is called The Missing Ballerinas. And this is the second game. And then the third one is called something Vaughn? Yeah, I'm sure they did. I mean, you're a fantastic singer. I wish I could sing. I love to sing. Yes, yes. They give you an indicator every time you finish a scene, and that's how you know that you do them 3 times. Oh no, we do not want to. Fine. So yes, there's an indicator for it. No, but my neighbors can absolutely complain. So let's see. 93? Oh, right. I still need more hints. I was like, I have 100 now, right? No. I need to use... Wait. Okay. Math. 50 times 0.68. 16 more hints. And then I have 100%. But I'm gonna do that off camera. I'm not gonna make you suffer through it again. Not that it was a bad game. It was a fantastic game. I loved it. But we're done with it. And on that note, thank you for hanging out. That's the camera. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for going through this with me. Thank you, Ocean Media, for the game. Ice Coke is going to buy at least one of them. He already mentioned that to me. So you got one sale. And next stream will be tomorrow, when we're gonna do Ghostwire, because there's new content releasing tomorrow. Not entirely sure what, we'll see. But yeah, thank you for hanging out, and bye. Love you.